Have you ever felt like you were being watched even though you were alone? Have you ever had the feeling that your house is strange, the air is heavy, the nights are restless, and that the energy around you is simply not yours? Have you ever noticed that after talking to certain people or entering certain places, something inside you, as if your peace has been stolen? If so, perhaps it's time to learn how to protect yourself spiritually. And one of the oldest, simplest, and most powerful forms of protection is closer to you than you think, in herbs and incense. Do you believe that plants have energy? That the smell of incense can open paths, ward off evil, cleanse an entire environment? Ever wondered why so many religions and spiritual traditions use sacred smoke, leaves, roots, and resins as tools of faith and shields against the unseen? It's not superstition. It is ancestral knowledge. It is spirituality in practice. It is wisdom that has passed through centuries, passing from mouth to mouth, from generation to generation, until it reaches you. But do you know how to choose the right incense for your case? Do you know which herb to use when you feel a spiritual heaviness around you? Do you know which plant hurts, which heals, which cleans, and which protects? Most people light incense out of habit, for smell or for decoration. But that's not why you're here. You are here because you feel. You are here because you know there is something more. Because your body perceives, your soul cries out, and your intuition has already understood that the spiritual world is no joke, it is real. And if you feel like you need protection, then it's past time to learn how to use the right tools. There are times when everything starts to go wrong. You sleep and wake up tired. The pain appears for no reason. Thoughts become confused. The mind doesn't stop. The house becomes cold, dark, sad. The fight starts over anything. Health fluctuates. The humor too. And the prayers that used to bring you peace now don't seem to work. Have you been through this? Have you ever wondered if it's just emotional or if there's something spiritual trying to get to you? Herbs and incense have the power to create a spiritual barrier around you. But to do this, it's not enough to light anything. You need to know what you're doing. You need to understand what your soul is asking for. Each plant has a vibration. Each scent has a function. And when you learn to listen to that, when you ignite with intention, with faith, with truth, it's as if an invisible shield appears around you. Have you ever used rue? Have you ever smelled the strong smell it releases when it's close to something heavy? Have you ever put a twig behind your ear and noticed that you started yawning non-stop? Have you ever noticed that after a bath with rosemary, your mind clears, your emotions calm down, and your faith strengthens? Have you ever entered an environment where incense was lit and felt that that space was sacred, light, clean? These signs don't lie. Your body knows when it is being protected. Your spirit knows when it is being strengthened. And you need to learn to recognize this, because those who feel too much need to protect themselves too much. And nowadays, with so much crossed energy, with so much envy disguised as praise, with so many evil eyes hidden in smiles, those who don't protect themselves absorb it, and whoever absorbs it gets sick. Have you ever wondered why you feel heaviness in your back, pain in the back of your neck, or excessive drowsiness even after sleeping well? Have you ever had yawns that wouldn't stop, causeless chills, or simply that feeling that something is wrong and no one around you understands? Right here in the comments, have you ever had a spiritual experience that only you noticed? Have you ever used an herb or incense that changed the energy of your day? Share here, because your story can open the eyes of someone who is experiencing the same thing right now. And if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now. Here we talk about real spirituality, with respect, with faith, and with practice. Like this video if you believe in the power of herbs. Share with someone who keeps saying they are feeling bad, but still doesn't understand that evil may not be inside, but around. In this video, together we will understand which are the most powerful herbs to protect yourself. Let's talk about how to prepare baths, how to light incense correctly, and most importantly, how to feel the difference between cleansing and spiritual protection. Because cleaning is good, but protecting is essential. And I'm sure that, by the end of this content, you will look at your houseplants with different eyes. You will realize that they are not just decoration, they are guardians, allies, living cures from nature at your service. Stay with me, because from now on, we will dive into the spiritual world of herbs and incense, and maybe you'll discover that what you needed to feel light, firm, and protected was just learning to use what nature already has. Put it in your path. Stay with me, because from now on, we will dive into the spiritual world of herbs and incense. And maybe you'll discover that what you needed to feel light, firm, and protected was just learning to use what nature has already placed in your path. And when we talk about spiritual protection, there is no plant more well-known and respected than rue. Strong, intense, powerful, it carries a vibration in its leaves that instantly repels evil. Have you ever seen a rue wither out of nowhere? Have you ever seen a twig rot after a hard day? This is not for nothing. It absorbs what was meant to hit you. Take the weight that is not yours for her. Therefore, always have a rue tree near your door or behind your ear on days when you feel more vulnerable. Have you ever used rue and felt relief afterwards? Another essential herb is rosemary. It not only protects, but also strengthens. Unlike rue, which moves away, rosemary supports. It raises your vibration, brings mental clarity, cheer, courage. On days of emotional confusion, when your thoughts are cloudy and your heart is heavy, a rosemary bath can be the key. Have you ever taken a rosemary bath before bed and noticed how calmer your sleep was? Or have you ever felt that light perfume invade the house and suddenly everything seems lighter? Guinea is lesser known but extremely powerful. If you feel like you are being targeted by heavy energy, by direct spiritual attack, by envious glances passing through, Guinea acts like a sword. She not only breaks but severs the spiritual bonds that were formed without her permission. Have you ever felt like you were tied down, as if something was holding you back, stopping you, preventing you from moving forward? Maybe it's time to turn to Guinea. Basil, despite being delicate in aroma, is a protector of peace. It calms environments, dispels intrigues, silences energies that tumult the home. Its use is ideal after conflicts, heavy visits, or periods of emotional turmoil. A basil bath is like a hug to the soul. Have you ever put basil leaves in your bath water and noticed how your body relaxed afterwards? Now, when we talk about incense, it is necessary to understand that they are not mere flavorings. They are spiritual vehicles. The smoke that rises doesn't just carry aroma, it carries intention. Therefore, the first thing you should do before lighting an incense is to establish your purpose. Never light it out of habit or just because of the smell. Light it with truth, light it with faith, light with direction. Have you already done this? Have you ever set an intention before lighting an incense and felt how everything transformed? White pitch, for example, is one of the strongest incenses for purification. Its smoke drives away negative entities, cleans charged environments, and prepares the space for prayer or meditation. Have you ever used white pitch at home and felt the air become lighter as if the house had been breathing? Myrrh and frankincense are widely used in ancient churches and rituals. They not only cleanse, they also elevate. These are incenses that serve to remove weight and at the same time attract the presence of light. If you are feeling distant from spirituality, with your faith shaken, frankincense could be the breath that rekindles your connection. The Palo Santo is subtle but profound. Its fragrance brings a powerful spiritual balance, ideal for moments of introspection, prayer, or when you want to shield your field before going to sleep. Have you ever felt fear at night, unexplained insomnia, or a feeling of spiritual presence? When lying down, try rubbing Palo Santo around your room before bed. Close your eyes and notice what changes. And what about white sage? Considered one of the most sacred herbs, its burning is used to remove any energy that is caught in the spiritual field. It cleanses not only the environment, but also your spiritual body. Have you ever rubbed white sage around your body in a circular motion and felt like you were being liberated? But be careful, there is no point in using all the incense and all the herbs if your heart is closed. Protection does not just come from ritual, it comes from intention, from the silence of the soul, the faith behind the gesture. Have you ever noticed how the same incense can have a different effect depending on who lights it? Another common mistake is mixing everything together without knowing. There are people who throw all the herbs in the pot, light the incense nearby, and wait for a miracle. But spirituality is like medicine. Each case requires care. Each energy asks for a type of response. Have you ever done this, using everything at the same time and in the end, feeling nothing? Perhaps too much has blocked clarity. Sometimes less is more. And the environment, are you ready to receive this cleaning? Is your house silent, with the windows open, with your thoughts high? Or do you light the incense, but leave the TV on at high volume, negative conversations in the air, and your cell phone vibrating on your lap? Have you ever wondered if this doesn't nullify everything you're trying to do? Spirituality requires presence, attention. True, and herbs and incense are just tools. You are the channel. Your faith is the fire that activates everything. And when you understand this, everything changes. Tell me here in the comments, which of these herbs have you used? Which incense is never missing in your home? What kind of spiritual cleansing do you do when you feel like the energy is heavy? Share your experience. It can help other people who are lost right now. If this video touched you, if you learned something new, like now and share with someone who needs spiritual protection. And if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, enjoy and sign up now. Activate the bell to continue receiving content like this. Here we talk about the invisible with respect, faith, and practice. In the next video, I will show you how to do a complete protection ritual with herbs, prayer, and spiritual energy.